Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Morning Markets on Monday, the 26th of February. Just looking back at last week, equity markets continue to push on with S&P 500 in the US making a new all-time high. And also equally of note, I suppose, is Japan and the Nikkei, which has returned to an all-time high for the first time in 34 years. In bond markets, it's very much about central banks pushing back a little bit on interest rate reductions, and we were seeing that very much at the front end of the curve. Looking to the week ahead then, what can we expect? Over the course of the coming days, certainly a number of key data points that we and the investment team will be commenting on as we go through the week. If we start in the US, we'll get an indication on inflation levels, and this is important because we've touched on recent weeks around how CPI, consumer price indexes, and PPI, the producer price indexes, have slightly ticked up and have maybe been going in the wrong direction. We get the Federal Reserve's more favoured measure, if we want to suggest that, the Personal Consumption Expenditure Index, PCE inflation. And that'll come out, and that's probably likely to show a degree of an increase of 0.4% month on month. At that level, it does challenge a little bit some of the dynamics around us getting back to that 2% target. But again, I would caution it's just 1 month's worth of data. Keeping on the inflation front, Friday will bring us a new month, but it will also bring us the CPI flash data from the Eurozone. We're not expecting to see any material increase there as we are in the US, so very much just that continuation of that deflationary theme coming through within Europe. Moving over to Asia, I think I'll just comment really on China and Japan. China will have the PMI data, Purchasing Managers Indices, towards the end of the week. And really there we'll have data that will be skewed a little bit by the Chinese New Year, likely to be more consequential for the manufacturing side of the economy, where that is unlikely to move back above 50 in that survey data. Services, however, probably remains above 50, really driven by the more service-oriented side of the Chinese New Year and the confidence which will have come from that. In Japan, quite a lot of data. Really the focus there will be on the inflation number. Inflation is likely to come in below the 2%, the Bank of Japan's target level, but that's about base effects, and we've discussed those over recent months, very much about what was happening last year in terms of the change there. Other data from Japan will be around industrial production, employment, and we'll be commenting those as the week goes on. I'll leave it there, but please do join the team as we go through the week. Many thanks.